Hey guys, wait. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to my thing is skewed. Welcome to, I'm gonna call this a spend the day with me. Where's this? Yeah, welcome to spend the day with me. I just thought that my next vlog is paid for campaign, so it's gonna take obviously maybe a day or so to get approved. So I just thought, let me just shoot like a very short one that I can post on Sunday for you guys while I wait. I haven't even started the next one, which is the one that has, you know, sponsored post. But I want to shoot this. Today's Thursday, so I want to shoot this between today and tomorrow being Friday, close it, put it up for Sunday, and then tomorrow start the one that is paid for. But Nakona, they don't never take long. If I send it to them on Monday, yeah, I'll probably send it to them on Monday. By the end of Monday, they would have said if it's approved or not, and usually they never have issues. But I just thought, like, let me just do a quick one because I do have something going on. I don't know how many times I've done it on this channel, but every time you guys ask me for a tutorial, so maybe we can do it together. It won't even be a tutorial, guys. I'll just do it on camera. I'll just do my background on camera. And just came back from my sister's house because Priscilla was here, and when she's here I tried to give her as much space as possible. Either I go to Nunku's house because up here, or I go to a boy's house or my sister's house. And while I was at my sister's house, I got myself a chow mein, so I'm just gonna have that. And then it's still quite early, so I'll figure out dinner later. But yes, welcome to spend the day with me. Today all we're going to be doing together is slicking my hair back. Tomorrow I'm going back for part 2 of the podcast, that Inside Story, the podcast that I was on. Yeah, Inside Story. I'm going back for part 2 quite early in the morning, so I will wake up with you guys. We're gonna go get a run together. Guys, I found a tire not far from Nunku's house. There's a tire, and I now use that tire to gym. I'm hoping to be able to vlog tomorrow morning when I do go for a run. I know for sure that I hate the gym. I hate the gym, guys. Like, I live 2 minutes away from the gym. I hate it. I've been running every day, going to the tire every day, but tell me how many times I've been to the gym. I just don't even know why I have a membership. And now that I don't have medical aid anymore. I'm not on Vitality, so now I have to pay full price at the gym. I don't even know how much full price is. I've never had to pay full price at a gym, so I think I'm just gonna cancel my membership. And there's a lot I'm going through. There's a lot I'm going through when it comes to like my life. Like I'll speak about it more in the next vlog, the confusion and everything. And gym forms part of that confusion. But with that being said, I do know that gym is good for you, but I am very disciplined to be able to run around and gym at my own house. So we'll see how that goes. But we have a tire, and I'm really hoping to show you guys. I'm gonna eat now, finish working. I've got a lot of work to do. Finish working, but tomorrow we've got a part. We're going to go shoot the podcast in the morning. Yes, I was telling you my plans. So we're gonna go run together. Then we're gonna come back, go to the podcast, and then maybe after the podcast do like a solo date. And then or maybe I'm gonna go see Thabo because she's not sick. She got a tooth extracted. I guess she is sick. Yeah. I think that after the podcast, I'm gonna go like for a solo date and continue working wherever I am. I've got a viewing, as mentioned in my previous vlog, you guys. I am planning on moving, probably September, October. Because now, mind you, that I think I've mentioned in my previous vlogs as well that I'm struggling to sleep. So today I figured out why I'm struggling to sleep. I'm stressed out. Like, I'm stressed out about the situation with Milani and I, how we're going to be getting to school, logistics and stuff like that. It's a lot of things. So I do need to move. Like, I like this house. I really do. But unfortunately, it doesn't make any sense, you know. So I've got a viewing tomorrow. I'll take you guys with. If I like the house, if I plan on applying for the house, then I won't show it. You'll see it on the empty house tour. But if I don't, if I can see that I'm not going to apply for it, then I'll just show it. But yeah, and then tomorrow, then my day will be done. And then tomorrow my sister comes over. We prepare for our Durban trip, which will be on the next vlog. But yes, I do hope that we can have a substantial vlog, like have something here. I'm going to try and make it like a little bit of a balance of talking and doing. You guys saying that you like my yap sessions, but now I'm just like, okay, what am I gonna yap about? What am I yapping about? Welcome to Spend the Day with me. I will see you later.
I need to step back. Constantly online, causing me setbacks too. Every day see so many people doing the things you do, and they're doing it better too. Feels like, why should I even try when there's always some other guy who's way ahead of you, but makes it look easy? Why would they need me? Oh, I hear it now. I'm just being needy. I try not to envy you, to get angry you do it better than me. I try not to hate myself, to lose confidence, but you always do it better than me. I just wanna be loved like you. I just want 'em to see me too. Just wanna be the one they choose. Yeah, I just wanna be loved. That's really, really cool for you. Yeah, everything you do is cool. It's kind of unbelievable. It's also unachievable. Yeah, almost inconceivable. I'll never do it like you do. And I know I'll grow in a host forced of me. But self-doubt comes easy, and I've tried almost everything, but it just hasn't worked yet. I try not to envy you, to get angry you do it better than me. I try not to hate myself, to lose confidence, but you always do it better than me. I just wanna be loved like you. I just want 'em to see me too. Just wanna be the one they choose. Yeah, I just wanna be loved. Ooh, I hate comparison, 'cause it makes me feel lesser than striving for perfection, thinking somebody will see me then. No, don't get me wrong, really want everybody to succeed, but can we start with me? Like, why was it her and not me? Why was it her and not me? Wish someone could redesign me, to not have the style to find me. Why was it her and not me? Why was it her and not me? Envy is gonna blind me.
You guys, so done with my baka. Laying it. All you need, guys, is gel, and it really doesn't matter which gel. I prefer eco styling because it doesn't flake quickly. I can go for like 5 days with it without it flaking, so I prefer eco styling, but you can use any gel really. Like, I know some people like that Isoplus one. I just don't like it because it freezes, like it's yeah, gel and a brush, and you just gel your hair, and the longer your hair, the less gel you need, you know. It's defrosted these yesterday, but I had therapy, and therapy was so hectic. I was just like, I didn't even eat. I went to bed hungry. That's how hectic therapy is. So I'm just gonna make some wings, and I had bought this. This is not the salad I bought, right? At Checkers, but this is the salad they brought. I don't know what this is, and the salad doesn't have cucumber. Doesn't have tomatoes, but Miss Green Fingers over here. Let me show you guys. Come, let me show you. I have my own cherry tomatoes that let me just use my phone for this. I have my own cherry tomatoes that I'm going to take and use for the salad. So I'm going to make a salad and some wings. Let me go show you my. Okay, no, I can use a camera. Let's go see. The sound. Let's go see my tomatoes. Guys, yeah, the walls here are so thin. I can hear every step. Check them. Check, check, check. These are the tomatoes I'm gonna eat. And then more are still growing, as you can see here. don't know, it's not focusing. There's the other. There's more growing. Yeah, more growing here. But yeah, we're gonna come grab these when we're ready to eat. I can't wait. I can't wait for the day I'm able to grow everything in my backyard. I can't wait for the day I'm able to buy a house and just have ngilime, and just have like my own tomatoes, potatoes, carrots, onions, peppers, you know. And you know, the irritating thing about that is that I grew up in a house where we had everything in the backyard, and manje, obviously my grandmother lives in the in the rural, so everything, they grow everything, you know. They grow their own cabbages, spinach, everything. My mom grows spinach in her house. She's got mangoes. What else is she growing? She's growing a lot of stuff. Can't wait. But yeah, until then, at least I've got tomatoes to go with this weird ass salad I got from Checkers. Let's make a quick girl dinner, and then we're gonna have a nice chit chat upstairs. Let's cook.
I found love, the real love. Let this be the real thing. Tell me now, what's on your mind? Whisper soft to me that you want me. There's magic in your fingertips, it's magic when we kiss. I can be myself with you, kiss me now, I insist. Make me yours, just take me now, I'm helpless to resist. Got me so invested in this thing, it's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. I can't help that it is more than just a fling. Now I know that it's the real thing, the real thing. Take your time, I'm on a high. My body yearns for you to touch me. No, there's magic in your fingertips, it's magic when we kiss. I can be myself with you, kiss me now, I insist. Make me yours, just take me now, I'm helpless to resist. Got me so invested in this thing, it's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. I can't help that it is more than just a fling. Now I know that it's the real thing, the real thing. It's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. I can't help that it is more than just a fling. Now I know that it's the real thing, the real thing. It's more than just a thing. I can't help it. It's the real thing, the real thing.
Hey guys, so I'm here. So then I feel like a couple of vlogs ago I mentioned that I had some sort of encounter relationship with Thabo Bester, and I just felt like, okay, cool, since I know we're not going to be doing much in this vlog, I might as well just talk about it here. I feel like I need to put on my earrings. I look naked. So much better. So anyway, you guys, I don't know if you're new in this channel, I'm a journalist by profession. I worked as a journalist for at least 9 years, the first 10 years of my career. Let's just say round it off to 10 years. The first 10 years of my career, I've been working for 15 years now, but the first 10 years of my career, I worked as a reporter, from newspapers to magazines, to radio stations and magazines. So when I was at Warner Magazine, I think I must have been 22 or 23. I think I was 22. So Warner Magazine, I know that my friend Sivu and my friend Geleto watch my vlogs. I'm not sure if they watch this one, but if you guys are watching, they can definitely vouch for me, what I'm saying. Warner Magazine used to get distributed in prisons. And oh my god, like there's no girl at Warner Magazine that never got a proposal. Like obviously we used to have like landlines, so, and our names and numbers are on the magazine. Like, so I don't know what magazines look like now, but like then when you open a magazine, it would be the editor's note, and then I think on the second page then it's Amanda Ndlangisa, features writer, and then my direct landline would be there. I don't think my landline was there, but like the number for the office was there. So we used to get like, prisoners have nothing but time, baby. They will call in and be like, oh, I want to speak to Amanda randomly. They don't know me, they don't know what I look like, because our pictures were never there. They don't know me, they don't know what I look like. And also social media like was not like that much of a thing at that time. I think for me, I just had Facebook. Like I only had Facebook. I think all of us only had Facebook. Facebook was the only social media platform that was a thing. And I don't know if prisoners had phones to see our Facebooks, but like it wasn't easy to search on Facebook. So I think they just decided, but today I'm calling in to ask for Amanda. So a random prisoner would ask and be like, can I talk to Amanda? And then I answer thinking it's a lead for a story that I'm doing, or it's a PR person offering me a trip somewhere. It's so from Sun City, I saw your name on the magazine and me, I want to marry you. Guys, they used to write to us. They used to write letters. Like my editor at that time, Ntokozo got so many proposals because her face. After the cover, it's the cover magazine, it's the cover page. You open and editor's note, her face was there. She used to get so many letters. They used to write us letters and stuff. Like it was funny, up until it wasn't, obviously, in my case. I think that I'm going to preface the story by saying I was 22, so easy on the judgment. And I think that's why I'm so empathetic with young girls, or just women in general, because I've made some dumbass decisions in my life. And this is not something I ever wanted to speak about, because I just felt like when I found out that he was dead, I was just like, oh, great, like good riddance. And then I found out that he wasn't, and that's when I was just like, oh, I'm leaving Twitter. Like, it was just triggering for me. But with that being said, I never really wanted to speak up, because I remember at that time, everyone started coming out with their Thabo-based stories for people getting like views, like gang views. And for me, I was just like, hey, now my story is not that deep. Like, I don't have anything bad, that happened to me. And Nakona, it's because of the guy I was with at that time, my partner, the one I always speak about, my long-term partner. We're together for 5-6 years, lived together. If it wasn't for him, I probably would have been in more danger than I would like to assume. I'd like to believe, but he saved me from a lot. But with that being said, I did like make some dumb decisions when it comes to that situation. So obviously Thabo was known as the Facebook rapist, you guys. Like back then, it was 2012. I was 22. I think it was 2012 where Thabo used to lure girls into parties, what you guys will call stalk or slay queens now. He used to work for, what he told me is that he used to work for big concerts. So whenever big concerts would bring these celebrities, obviously he knows, then he gets a stalker, and that was his job. Then he owned a modeling agency. I think that's when his Ndozaka started like being clear that he's a serial rapist and a murderer. He used to lure girls to be like, oh, I own a modeling agency. Like, get them on Facebook. Hey, I own a modeling agency. You look good. Come, let's audition, whatever. And obviously, as a young girl who's trying to make it, you're going to. And he had a proper office. It looked legit. So then when obviously girls started getting raped and like rapes, the charges were being like, out there, then he was dubbed the Facebook rapist. So at that time, only Drum Magazine had ran, no, not Drum Magazine, Daily Sun. Only Daily Sun had run a story about the Facebook rapist. Everyone else wasn't touching it. Everyone was just like, this is dangerous, it's dangerous, dangerous. Then I went on a cruise. Me and my partner went to, I think we went to Namibia. Went on a MSC cruise to Namibia for a week. Then I come back, and my features editor at the time, because I was a features writer, my features editor at that time is just like, there's a guy that's been calling here every day since you left, and he only wants to talk to you. And I'm like, who is he? Then he says it's Thabo Bester. Then I'm like, like the Thabo Bester, like the Facebook rapist? Then she's just like, dude, because there were other writers in the room, but like we've been telling him, Guti, you're not available, you're off for a week, there are other writers in the room, so I mean, we can just give you, because he kept saying he wants to tell his story. But whenever they would say, Guti, there are other writers in the room, he would say, no, I want Amanda Tlangisa, you know. And at that time, I'm just like, I don't know this person, he doesn't know me, I don't know I know what he looks like, but he doesn't know what I look like. Why was he so adamant about wanting me? Cool, maybe he knew what I looked like, I don't know. Cool, eventually he calls, I answer. I was in the office when he calls to answer. Then he's like, oh, finally. I'm like, well, hi. Like, you know, when someone speaks to you, like, you know each other. He's like, well, finally. I'm like, okay, cool, hi. Then he introduces himself, very polite man. He introduces himself and he says that he wants to tell his story. And I say, okay, but I work for Bona Magazine. We don't really have a segment like that in the magazine that we can talk to criminals like that. And he was just like, you make it up, find it. Then I go to my editor. My editor's just like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I think you need to go listen to him, hear it out, and we'll figure it out at the end, you know, how we make it work. Cool. Then he tells me to come see him in prison. Guys, I've got two, but we know when I have two. He tells me that he wants to see me, because I was just like, we can talk on the phone. He was just like, no, he wants to tell me his story face to face. I'm just like, okay, cool. How do we do the face to face thing? He says that he's in Leeuwkop prison in Sunning Hill, and I must come see him. I was like, okay. Then he's just like, come on Saturday. So okay, cool. Remember earlier on I had said that only Daily Sun had covered Thabo. And obviously as journalists, we all know each other, whether you work for the competition or not, we all know each other. So I called Naima, who is the journalist that covered the story at Daily Sun, and I'm just like, dude, this is what's happening. Then she's like, I can come with you if you want, because they already had their own relationship. I'm like, okay, thank God. A, and B, I've never been to a prison. Like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't know where to go. She's like, don't worry, don't stress about it, so come with you. We go to the prison. We get there. When you get there, you have to take a bus, because he's just like, oh, he's in maximum whatever. We take a bus. Once I'm inside the prison, we take a bus. We go all the way. Get to the prison. I'm not allowed to have a pen. You can't bring anything in but your ID. So I had brought a pen and a notepad. As a true journalist, I knew that probably my phone would be a reach, so I didn't even take my phone, left my phone in the car. But I took a pen and a notepad as the journalist that I am. Then we get there, they were just like, this pen and notepad needs to stay behind. Even your ID stays at reception, I guess. And I'm just like, okay, cool, fine, whatever. I leave everything. Then I'm just like, fuck, I need to remember everything this man tells me. But it's fine, I'm a journalist, I remember everything. We get in. So when we get in, the first room that we get into is a room where I'm sitting like this, and the prisoner is going to be sitting looking at me, facing me. It's just like an open room. Then I'm just like, and then everyone is seated, and it's mostly women, guys, if not all women. Women are ride or dies. So mostly women, I guess they see their partners. Then I'm sitting there scared as fuck, because what do you mean, like, we're going to be this close? Guys, like, when we're sitting facing like this, my couch, his couch. And I'm just like, this is scary. I don't know this person. He's a prisoner. Like, what the hell? I don't know this person. Then the prisoners start coming out. I felt like I was in a movie. All the prisoners start coming out. Obviously, they identify who's here to see them, who's here to do whatever. Then people start coming, and then like, Aibo, my person is not here. Then the security comes to me and he's like, who are you here to see? And I say, I'm here to see Thabo Bester. He's just like, oh, Thabo Bester got born, voila. So I'm just like, oh, man, happy. Oh, what happy. Then they're like, okay, cool, come with us. Then I follow him. Then they send me like down. It's like dungeon looking place. And then we get there, it's like, there's no physical, there's no touch. He's on the other side. There's a thick ass glass. We can hear each other, we can see each other, we can hear each other. But like, it's difficult to hear because there are other. So I'm just like, why am I born? Like, he's just like, no, he's dangerous, he's whatever. So you have to go down, see him somewhere else. Cool, I go down, see him. My first impression of him was like, oh, at that time he was smaller. I know now he's obviously gained weight or whatever. My first impression of him was just like, oh, this guy is good looking. I can see how it was easy for him to lure girls in. On top of him being good looking, he speaks well. He's a charmer. Like he's got the gift of the gab, man. Like I can see how someone as smart as Unandipa fell for that, you know. We greet, and then very charming. And that's why when that picture of him on Twitter showed, because he was wearing a mask, I recognized his eyes. I remembered his eyes. Like his eyes are piercing. Like his eyes are, I don't know, I saw evil. I saw, like, it was cold. It was cold. But the more he spoke, the more relaxed I got. So then I'm just like, hey, okay, cool, I'm Amanda from, you know, Bona Magazine. And then he's just like, it took you long enough. And I'm just like, obviously I don't know you, so I don't know why I'm here. Like, why am I here? What do you want? Whatever. Then he's just like, no, I just want to tell my side of the story. I see I'm all over the media and people are just saying all the things that are not true. I want to say my side of the story. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm here. Guys, the first visit, that guy didn't say shit. If anything, he was interviewing me. And because now I've already promised my editor I'm going to be writing this amazing, groundbreaking, breaking news story about this Facebook rapist. And so I'm just like, okay, cool. So do you want to tell me about yourself? He's like, no, you tell me about yourself, you know. He did that. And at that point, I can only come see you one Saturday a week. Once a week, only answer. You can only see him once a week on Saturdays. So for an hour, 45 minutes even. For that 45 minutes goes by, I didn't get anything outside his name and that he grew up in Naturena. So I'm just like, okay, this is not enough for me to get a story. Then he says to me, he'll call me for more. Because I'm just like, when the security calls me and tells me time is up, I'm like, dude, I've been here for 45 minutes. You haven't told me anything. And you're the one who called me here. And it's just like, and he was, as I said, guys, charming. He's just like, oh no, you're just so beautiful. I couldn't speak. I was mesmerized by your beauty, whatever. I'm just like, okay, cool. But I need a story. All right, cool, whatever. Then he just, guess, then he says he'll call me. I get home. I probably couldn't sleep for 2 days after that. It was my first time in a prison, and it was my first time talking to a prisoner that I didn't know like that. So for me, going home that day, I remember telling my partner at that time, like, I couldn't sleep. I was scared. I didn't know if it was just my it was horrible. Like, you know, when your hair on your body is going up, it was just not a nice experience for me. But I need to get the story. Being at that time, was I award-winning journalist yet? No, I became an award-winning journalist 2 years later. But for me, I've always wanted to be a recognized journalist. I wanted people to know my name. And I knew that this story was going to give me that. Cool. Then he starts calling on my, like, at the office. He calls every day at the office. He's calling me every day. And there was one day where he called and he couldn't get a hold of me. And then the following day he called, he got a hold of me, and then he was just like, I called you yesterday and you were not in the office. He started acting like my boyfriend. And even during those calls where he's calling at the office, I'm still being like, hey, Bella, you need to tell me, you know. And he's just like, I can't talk to you now on the phone because the calls are being recorded. And at that time, was he still on trial? He hadn't been sentenced at that time. I hadn't been sentenced. So it's just like, I can't be talking to you. You need to come see me. So I'm just like, okay, it's fine. I'll come on Saturday. But then what's the point of us talking? It's just like, no, I want us to talk on the phone because I want to be comfortable with you before I tell you my story. cool, gets comfortable, start talking every day. So the day that he couldn't get a hold of me at the office, then he starts feeling some type of way. At that time, I'm not catching on. Starts feeling some type of way. He became, he was a little bit aggressive, but like like when I say guys, like I can see how Dr. Nandipa ended up, how she ended up. I'm not excusing her behavior, but I can see how. There's something about that guy, something about him. Then he, in a way, he was aggressive, but in a softer, I don't know how to describe it. Then he's just like, just give me your cell phone number so I don't have to keep calling your office, so that I can get a hold of you anytime. At that time in my head, I just want the story. I just want the story. I just want the story. I give him my cell phone number. And now, guys, my cell phone number hasn't changed since. I've had the same number. I give him the same, my cell phone number. And then guy, we started talking on the phone every day. He'd call like 3-4 times a day. He had nothing but time. Obviously, he's in fucking prison. He's got nothing but time. Then I go visit him the second Saturday. Then he starts talking a lot. So he tells me up, obviously, as a journalist, before we even get to the point, before we get to the murders, before we get to, I remember there was pill twisting involved. I'm not going to talk about the pill twisting stuff because, that's got nothing to do with the story. But before we got to the stuff that he told me, obviously, as a journalist, I need background story. So tell me how you grew up. So then, our first session, he tells me about his upbringing. I think he had an estranged relationship with his mom. He was raised by his grandmother. His grandmother died. He lays down this very sad story, which now that I'm an adult, a fully formed adult, I'm like, that was manipulation. He lays down this very, very sad story, and I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Cool. Then we start talking every day on the phone. And now that I'm older, I can say that I was in an emotional relationship with him. But at that time, for me, I was just like, I'm just trying to get the story. But now that I'm older and I'm looking back, I'm like, in hindsight, that was definitely an emotional relationship because we started talking every day. And I wanted to say something before we get to interning. I think Thabo Bester is so good at picking on vulnerable women and seeing vulnerable women and saying that's going to be my target, because at that time I was in a abusive relationship. So I started opening up to him about that. And when I heard Nandipa, or Dr. Nandipa, apparently she was in an abusive relationship with her husband, and I'm just like, oh, he knows how to get to the vulnerable people. So obviously now I started opening up to him about it. He's opening up, obviously on the phone he can't open up because the calls are recorded. Then whenever I'd go, like every Saturday I'd go, then he'd open up more about outside his childhood, then the crimes, like he told me about his experience at vets. He told me about, all of the stuff that obviously I'm not at liberty to talk about. And then he spoke to me about the crimes that he committed. And by the time he spoke to me about the crimes, I think that was probably the second last visit, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to know about the crimes, the rape. Why did you leave her? Why did you kill that girl? Why did you leave her in the Airbnb? They were called bed and breakfast at that time. For me, I'm here to get the story. But in me getting the story, we formed some sort of a relationship. It took me 2 months to get the story, and only because I guess I'm only seeing you once a week. I spent 2 full months every Saturday at Luoko prison going to see that man to get the story. And I got the story. Finally, he opens up to me. We published the story. It went viral according to what viral was at that time. And I remember that I had mentioned one of the victims by name, something that I shouldn't have done. And I remember she called in, she was very disappointed. She wanted to sue the magazine, and luckily I think we were able to settle it. My editor, thank God for her, she was able to settle it and continue. But like, the story became what I wanted it to be. But I didn't stop seeing him. We published the article. My partner was very supportive. Guys, one thing, that guy, he was a lot of things, but he was very supportive of, because I think he knew what it meant for me to get the story and break the story and be the only magazine journalist, because we had already covered it in Daily Sun, but the only magazine journalist to break the story, As a result, I was the magazine journalist who broke it, because after that, I think Drum Magazine did a piece on him. Other magazines started doing pieces on him. But I was the first magazine journalist who did it. That being said, I never stopped going to the prison. I continued seeing him on Saturday. I continued picking up his calls. Even though it wasn't every Saturday at that point, it just became once in a while I could see him. I spoke to him on the phone every single day, 2 to 3 times on the phone. There was a day where he called me and he said there's a family day at the prison, and because he's, I don't know what it's called, it's not C-Max, I don't know what it's called, like, but he's in maximum, like he was underground, and he was also on suicide watch, so he couldn't see the sun. Like he was just like, his situation was so bad that he couldn't see the sun. So then he calls me and he's just like, there's family day coming up and this is the only opportunity for him to see the sun. So for me, I'm just like, oh my God, like, damn bitch. I was like, oh my God, like, you know, if I can contribute to you, if I can be nice and contribute to you seeing the sun, maybe you should see the sun. Wow. I went with a friend of mine, and then we went for family day, and you know, he saw the sun, I guess, and we chilled a little bit. It was still scary because you're in a prison with prisoners, but then there's a part of you that sees them as humans. There's a part of you where you're just scared because what did you do? You know, what did you do to get here? What did you do to get here? And obviously, if I'm chilling with a serial rapist and a murderer, at that time he had killed, he was in prison for killing his girlfriend, basically. And the rape charges, I think, were also obviously part of it with the other girlies, but he was, what got him in prison was killing his girlfriend and going to go hide. So for me, it was just like such a confusing position to be in, because we formed this in my head at that time. I'm realizing it now, good now, man. I was in an emotional relationship with that guy, but for me, I'm like, we formed this friendship. I see you, but I also see you, the horrible person that you are. I know, cool, guys, like life continues. We go to family day, he sees the sun, we continue on the phone. Then my partner then expresses with you, I man, but the story is done. I'm uncomfortable with you now going to see this guy, what's going on? I'm like, okay, cool, sharp. Then I cut down the visits, but sometimes there would be times where I would go without telling my partner. That's why now in hindsight, I'm like, no man, I was cheating on my partner. It was an emotional relationship. I'd go see him without my partner knowing. I'd lie and be like, I've got a work event or whatever. Then obviously we started talking we were talking every day. So cool, that continues. Then after my story broke on Bona magazine, then obviously, as I've mentioned, Drum magazine, Move magazine, I can't remember what other magazines as well at that time started like breaking the story. Then we saw on the news that the judge is moving him to Kokstad because they don't like the media attention he's bringing to the prison in Sunninghill. So then he tells me, hey dude, like I'm being moved to Kokstad, and so I guess I won't be able to see you, because I'm just like, yeah, definitely not. He gets moved to Kokstad. Me and him continue speaking every day, but like obviously now we don't see each other at all. And while he's in Kokstad prison, then he sends me this proposition. He calls me and he tells me about this proposition where he wants me to write a book about him, right? I'm like, okay, cool, like that would be nice actually, like come on now, I'd be a published author. Then he's just like, nah, but the publishing company is an American company. That's when the Nandipa thing happens, I'm just like, oh my God, I almost got scammed. I almost became Nandipa, guys. He tells me that the publishing company is in the US, so they're going to send me the contract, payment arrangements and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, what? There's a contract, there's this, I'm going to be a published author. And I get the rights. Obviously, if they wanted to make a movie about them, they have to go through me because it's my book. I'm just like, finally, I'm the writer that I've always wanted to be. Then, cool. Nangapela, the documents arrive. It's a contract, like it's thick documents. It's a contract talking about, the book, what it will entail, what rights I have, what rights he has, how we split the money, and blah blah blah. I showed it to my partner at that time. He is in the legal industry. I show it to him. I was so excited. I'm like, babe, I'm going to be a published author. I've got first-hand experience with Thabo Bester. We're friends. Like, he's going to obviously tell me everything that I want to know. Like, I'm just going to be that girl. Anyway, I tell my partner, I'm excited. So luckily my partner, because he's in the illegal industry, he reads contracts all the time. I show him the contract. My partner's just like, baby, this is foul. This seems fake, you know. Say no more. And that irritated me because I was hurt, because I felt like how when Thomas, his name is Thomas. When Thomas, he told me his real name. It was like Thabo is not my name. The name is Thomas something. I'm like, but when Thomas, we formed such an amazing friendship. I trust you. I felt like you trusted me too, only for you to like send me fake documents. I was gonna sign, like, and also for me now, I'm thinking, Guti, I was gonna sign this, and what was it for? What was all of this for? Now I'm hurt. I'm mad. I'm just like irritated. I stopped taking his calls. I stopped everything. And me stopped taking his calls, then he started writing a lot of letters to be sent to Wana magazine. And I remember showing like one of the letters, Keleto sent it to me, like Keleto gave it to me, and I was just like, oh God, like whenever I get a letter, I knew it was from him. She started writing a lot of letters like, yo, you need to talk to me, I'm sorry, like what did I go wrong, and I was just like, Then I cut communications. I stopped. Up until, was it 2 years later or 3 years later, but me and my partner at that time had broken up. I'm now a single girlie, and I get a call from officer, I can't remember, officer Mangma, probably 2-3 years later, if not 4 years. I think it was in 2018. I know for sure it was before Milani. I think I want to say it was in 2018. I stand corrected. I get a phone call from officer what saying, oh, are you Amanda Ntlangisa? I'm like, yeah. They're like, okay, cool, we're going through Thabo Bestas. And at that time, I think he was still at Gokstad. The Mangaung thing and whatever, I don't know. At that time, me and him were not talking anymore. Like, I was just like, hell no, I'm not associated with this person. He says to me that Thomas is eligible for, he's gonna be released soon, and he's eligible for parole. And he put me down. Not only did he put me down as his next of kin, but obviously records show that I'm the person that he speaks to every day. So they called to ask if I agreed to accommodate him. Oh. They called to ask if I agreed to accommodate him. But now that I think about it, that call was probably not from a real officer, because when I think about like the timeline of when he escaped prison and stuff, maybe it was one of his friends to see if I was still gullible enough to take him in. And immediately when that officer called, and it was just like, yeah, he's gonna be released soon. Because when I was visiting him a lot, he was studying, and he was part of Andile. Andile from Kumbule Kaya has a program for prisoners. I can't remember what the program does, but she's got a program for prisoners, and he was part of that program. He was part of church, and I think he worked at the prison. So all of those things, and I studied. Yes, so for me, it was studying that he's studying. So I think all of those things, when you do all of those things in prison, then you fall under the good behavior type of people. So for me, it made sense, Bebeti, we are Puma. But for me, I was just like, but so soon, because I know at that time he was sentenced to life, and life is 25 years. And then they say in prison years, that's what, half of that? So 15 years. But at that time, it hadn't even been 10 years. So I was just like, we are Puma Thomas, like, it's quick, you know? But then I think about all the programs, like he was very proud to be part of Andile's program. And it was just like, yeah, this program is, I'm turning a new leaf, he's in church, he's doing all of these things to get him out sooner. So I was just like, is it possible? Okay, cool, whatever. Luckily, my ex and I never really, it didn't end on bad terms. So I remember reaching out to him and be like, yo, but this is what happened. And he was just like, just change your numbers, dog. Just change your numbers. I mean, I didn't change my numbers, but the officer called again 2 days later. Because I said to the officer, I'm just like, can you just, this is confusing for me, just like, give me some time. The officer called again, same thing, he's going to be released, and we want to know if, can he parole with you? I was like, No. No. At that time, I was living by myself. I think it wasn't 2018. It was probably a year before. I was living by myself, living my best life as a recently single girly. I'm young. I'm having fun. Like, life is just happening for me. So I was just like, no. Like, no. And also, like, my ex was just like, no, Amanda. Like, no, that's a criminal. Like, stop it. It's a criminal. So I was just like, nope. Okay, cool. And they never bothered me ever again. He never called me ever again. I never spoke to him ever after I said no to the parole officer. Like, me and him never spoke. And that's why for me I'm saying I really never felt like the need to speak about this, because there's nothing bad for me that he didn't do anything bad to me. That being said, he did a lot of horrible things to women. The things that he's confessed to me that he did, I was just like, you're an evil, evil, evil man. And then so when it came out, I think it was in 2022 that his cell burnt down. I remember the friend of mine, the one I went to family day with, we were speaking and we were just like, he's not dead, Chomi. Like, you know, when you're just like, no, he's not dead. Like, he's not dead. Like, I remember speaking, we're just like, friend, he's not dead. Like, you know, like, I'm convinced, like, he's not dead, because it was like, oh, his cell burnt down and he died. We're just like, and I remember a lot of people in my age group and back then had, you know of Thabo Bester. Either you know someone that he manipulated or lured or raped or killed. But a lot of people, I remember in my circle, or like people that I know, were celebrating, but something in me was just like, guys, and I remember my friend and I saying, well, I don't think Thomas is dead, but like, he's not dead. Nanga better get only to find a year later. When did the Nandipa thing come out? 2023. Yeah, that he indeed was not dead, you know. And that's when I left Twitter, because I remember when I saw that picture, I remember seeing his eyes. Yo, guys, his eyes. It's in the eyes, guys. Like, it's in the eyes. Everything is in the eyes. I promise you, everything is in the eyes. I remember through that mask, and he had thick eyebrows, and he had hair at that time. In prison, he didn't have hair. I don't think they're allowed to have hair in prison, because I never saw him with hair in prison. And I remember seeing the eyes, and I was just like, it's him. It's him, and those are the eyes I remember. Something about his eyes for me where I was just like, you're so evil. But he can switch. I don't know how to explain it. He can switch for you to feel for him and feel bad for him and see him. And that's why for me, I was saying earlier, but I saw him for who he is, the human, but I also saw him for the evil that he was. With that being said, that's why I said earlier, I think he was able to, he has the gift of being able, and I think most men have the gift of being able to see a woman at her most vulnerable and know that she's going to be easy to manipulate. And I think that's why a lot of men don't like strong women. They don't like independent women, because you can't manipulate you. At that time, I was extremely vulnerable. I was in a relationship that was not good for me, and I was young also, you know. So I think he could see that, and he played into that, and I fell into that, but not hard enough, because the minute the officer, but what do we need to parole at your house? I was like, whoa, and as once again, as I'm saying, it's only hitting me now that in hindsight, I was in an emotional relationship with that man. At that time, I saw him as my friend. So I didn't understand why now does he have to come parole in my house. He's not my man. So, and that helped me. And also my partner at that time also helped me, because who knows, maybe I would have said, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. And that's why I think for me, like, I've made some dumb decisions in my life. I've had some bad judge of character in my life, and I think that's why I'm always just like, guys, please, like, can we be kinder to younger women, just to women in general? I'm not, obviously, Nandipa, I don't condone what she did. You know, she was old enough to know what she was doing, but knowing that if it is true that, you know, her husband was abusive, I don't know where I saw those rumors, probably on Twitter, then I can see how she fell into that. You know, it's just that unfortunately she took it too far. And I think with Dr. Nandipa, what for me will never, ever, ever understand is, how did you bring a known rapist into your house when you've had daughters in the same house? That's where for me, Dr. Nandipa, I judgment of character, my sister Ngege. I mean, like, I don't even bring around men I date around my kids. My kids have never met anybody that I've dated. And And if I'm dating you, it means I trust you. And for me to date you, I need to know, are you a murderer? Are you, obviously gay men probably won't say yes, but I wouldn't knowingly bring around a criminal around my children. Like, it's just, for me, that's when with Dr. Nandipa, I was just like, I got that now, a girl for love. Or maybe for what you thought was love or what felt like love. Granted, apparently they have a history of Wits, from Wits together. Maybe she remembered him from, you know, sometimes you remember the person, not the criminal. But for me, that I was just like, But with that being said, I think that because I've made such dumb decisions in my life, and I've put myself in such horrible situations, and if I didn't have like good people around me, God knows where I would have been. God knows I would have been Nandi Panami. God knows I would have been that gullible, that desperate for attention, or because it's not love. Definitely not love. That man is incapable of loving any woman. I remember in one of our conversations when I was still interviewing him, I remember looking at him and being like, oh my God, you hate women. And which is crazy for me, because the people who violated him as a child were men. And he took his power back by, you know, putting the same on women, but he has a mother wound. So I think that he probably hates his mom so much that he just, that I know for sure, whatever he and Nandipa had, maybe she loved him, but he definitely did not love her. I don't think that man is capable of loving anybody but himself. I don't even know if he loves himself. But yeah, that's my story with him. And I think from what I learned from that, obviously, is this: we all make dumb decisions. Some women's decisions are way more extreme than others. But as women, our stories are universal, you know. Cheers, guys. Like, I think then my experiences, and I've got a lot of other experiences with men especially, my experiences, and not just only my experiences, the experiences I've seen through other women. I'm a huge believer, Mina, in I don't have to go through things to learn the lesson. I see other women going through things and I learn from them. Yes, there are other things that I've gone through that I've learned from, but I'm not, the older I get, the more I realize that I'm not special. If a man can do that to you, he can do it to me too. And that's why I'm saying, women, our stories are the same, they're universal. They start the same, they end the same. But I think we women, we have a exceptionalism thing. You think you're special. And that train of thought will lead you astray. I will always say this, guys: listen to other women. You do not need to learn all the lessons. For me, when it comes to baby mama drama, having children, being a single mom, I want you to look at me and learn from me. Men, like even the situation now, the Thabo situation could have really gone left. Really gone left. And I'm just grateful that I had people around me to make sure it didn't go left. But with that being said, I try my hardest not to judge and place judgment on women who do stupid things. As women, we are socialized to want relationships. We are socialized to want marriage. We are socialized to want the romantic things. But because I know that we are socialized to want those things, it has taken a lot of unlearning from my side not to be male-centered. It had taken a lot of unlearning from my side not to be a pick-me. I used to be a pick-me. The same woman I come here and drag, I probably wouldn't have put another woman's life in danger for a man. But there are some misogynistic ideologies that I carried. And now in hindsight, I was just like, that was pick-me behavior, you know. But, you know, I'm unlearning, and I've unlearned a lot of those behaviors. But not all of us get a chance to look in the mirror and unlearn. Not all of us. And for me, it was choice to just be like, men are not all that. Men cannot be the heel. Men are not my end all be all. I enjoy them, I like them, but like they're not all that. Like I wouldn't go as far as sleeping with my friend's man, you know, for what? You know, I wouldn't go as far as, you know, like the things that you married women, well, scorned wives say here on my channel about my child. You know, like my child has been threatened with death because of a man. You know, my baby daddy's wife had threatened to kill my child because of a man. And that's pick-me behavior. But with that being said, I understand. I don't understand, but I guess I understand it. Like, she was raised to worship a man. She was raised, and most of us were socialized. Well, maybe I wasn't raised that way, but I was socialized that way. And some of people were not only socialized, but they were raised that way. And that's why for me, I tried to be extremely soft and extremely kind to women who are in dumb situations and have made dumb decisions. And I know that a lot of you guys are always like, you need to be held accountable. I'm not of the notion of like, hey guys, y'all don't hold men accountable for shit. But the minute a woman makes a small mistake, you need to be held accountable. And also another thing, like I'm derailing now, I'm going off the ramp. Accountability, if I don't owe anyone accountability if we don't have community. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. The only people I owe accountability to are the people I am in community with. I'm going to be accountable to you guys. And then what are you going to do for me? And that's why for me, like with women, I don't think that people want to hold women accountable. They just want women to be punished. And then we hide under the guise of, y'all need to be held accountable. No, you just want women to be punished. There are some women who deserve to be punished. Dr. Nandipa is exactly where she needs to be. But with that being said, it doesn't take away the fact that I see her and I can see how she got into that situation, and I empathize with her. But she's exactly where she needs to be. But like I'm saying all of this to say, I think that a lot of us, we have this thing of could never be me. We go in life with this thing of could never be me, that exceptionalism thing. And it's so sad when you realize that it can be you. No one is above manipulation. No one is above abuse. No woman is above... You're not bigger than the program. You're not bigger than the program. And yeah, I think that my closing remarks in this story, like that's my story time with him. I learned a lot about, myself and other situations through that. And it was not my proudest years, not my proudest moments, not my proudest years, but I did not know better. And now that I know better, I'm just like, whoo, girl. I know because I was saved from a lot. But anyways, you guys, I just implore you to just please always try to be soft and be kind to other women, and stop this thing of, if you say Mang needs to be held accountable, who are you to them? For me, that's what I'm saying, Wuti. If we don't have community, I don't owe you accountability. Because accountability, the only people I owe accountability to is my community. And that's why, like, I need us to come down with the, you need to be women need to be held accountable. You don't even hold men accountable. So leave women alone. And also, is it really holding them accountable, or you just want to see them being punished? Ask yourself that question. And if it's about accountability, then you can't expect accountability from a stranger. He's a Wenzelan. Like, what is it going to do for you? So it's just one of those things I would say. My experiences, good and bad, have taught me to be softer to not only myself, but the women around me. And I hope that you guys can do too, especially to yourself. We make bad decisions, okay? We've all been in bad situations where you're just like, shit. But the best thing you can do is learn from it and make sure that when you are faced with the similar, because you will be faced with the similar situation again. Maybe in my case, I've never been faced with a prisoner, but I've been faced with men who had no good intentions for me. And now it's a matter of, what's the lesson here? Am I going to use that experience as a lesson? And I try my best to, but I might fail. I'm human. But like, hey guys, can we be softer and kinder to ourselves? That is my story on Thabo Bester. Obviously there's more, but I'm traumatized. But like, he is exactly where he needs to be. And I hope he stays there for the rest of his life, because the crimes he committed, guys. I don't even know if the crimes he committed are public knowledge. Because I think now what people have focused on was him being on the run, and that man has committed some heinous crimes. And I don't know if they are public knowledge, but I'm sure if you Google them, I think if you Google Thabo Manje, all you see is him and Nandipa. Before Nandipa, Guys, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow morning when we go for our run. Love and light. Please.
I'm really on fire tonight. Can't nobody hold me down. I'm doing whatever now. Ain't got no time to fight. I'm talking way too loud. And if you don't like the sound, you could just tune it out. Who you rooting for? They say whatever team that'll win. I say cool, cause it's gonna be whichever one I'm in. Yeah, I'm good like that. Yeah, I'm good like that. Who you rooting for? They say whatever team that'll win. I say cool, cause it's gonna be whichever one I'm in. Yeah, I'm good like that. Yeah, I'm good like that. Telling you that I might never go to sleep, stay up all night, doing just what I like. No more hoping, no, I'm right like this. I don't lie like this. I'm on fire like this. This, yeah. Him and her and them over there. They looking over here. They giving me a stare like I care. Like I care. No, no. Who you rooting for? They say whatever team that'll win. I say cool, cause it's gonna be whichever one I'm in. Yeah, I'm good like that. Yeah, I'm good like that. Floating on my wave, but don't care what you say, cause really either way, I'ma do it like that. I'ma do it. I'ma do it like that. I'ma do it. I'ma do it like that. 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 I'ma do it like that.
Yeah, look how they looking at me. I think they influenced by me. They say they not fucking with me, alright. Wish how they looking at me. She want me to slide for the fling. She want me to show her some things. But right now I'm focused on me doing me. Gotta watch step on the tightrope. I never fall off.
Hey guys, what a lovely run. And I look so cute. I look so cute. What a lovely run. I'm now on my way to go to shoot the podcast part 2 with Inside Story, but I need petrol. And should I risk it? Ooh, should I be? I know my car, but I can't think of a petrol station this side of town. Should I just come back? Anyway, okay, the lighting is not so great, but let's go shoot a podcast, well, part 2. I wonder what we're going to be talking about this time. I feel like, we spoke a lot last time, and I'm obviously not interested in talking about my baby daddy. So yeah, I wonder, I'm not interested in talking about my baby daddy as if I have 2 baby daddies. I'm not interested in talking about them, our relationship. So I wonder, and they know this, so I wonder, guys, let me make a U-turn quick. BRB. Made a U-turn. Yeah, the license is much better this way. I'm not interested in talking about baby daddies and stuff, so I wonder what we're going to be talking about. But you know what, I'm open, whatever it is. Let's go shoot the podcast, and then immediately after that I need to find a restaurant to work at, because I have a meeting, and also I just still work, and so I'm going to have like a solo breakfast. Nonku just texted me now. I want to see what she's saying. I was supposed to see Nonku yesterday and she didn't get back to me, so she's probably just apologizing. So I'll find a restaurant to just like work at, and then at 2:30 I need to go view a place. So I'll obviously take you guys. Oh my gosh, this garage is full and I'm so late. Oh god. Okay, let's go shoot a podcast, guys.
Up and leave. Take a lot of courage just to live out your dreams. Bigger picture I could see if I just close my eyes. Have the foresight to believe. Time don't move backwards, it speeds. into the future fearlessly, charging forward when I open my mouth, though I may not know how. I know I was born to sing, travel the world, raise baby girls, bury my best friend. I'm manifesting, but not concerned, 'cause whatever happens, I'm good. I'm good. Actually, more than good. Kinda great. Even on the bad days, I thank God for making me brave.
Done. Another day, another podcast, guys. Like every time I leave Inside Story, I leave feeling so much lighter. It's so nice. It was just so nice. Nice conversations. Like the sun always just gets to me. Nice conversations. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for a solo. It's past 11 now. It's got a solo brunch. Yeah, I'm almost go to a solo brunch. I haven't done a solo brunch, a solo date in such a long time. And I used to do them at Lupa when I lived in the West. And now I'm just like, I don't know where I'm gonna do them. I don't know. Like, I don't know where I'm gonna go. But there's a place I used to go to in North Riding called the Daily Cafe. I don't think they're still there, but I think there's something similar. I'm gonna go work there, and then at 2, yeah, I'll get there at 12. And then at 2, I need to go view a place, and then go home later on. Ooh, Mina, look at me going out. Yes, guys, at 5 a.m. Not 5 a.m. even. At 3 a.m. I need to be in the car trekking to Durban. But here I am going out with my friends. There's a wine event happening in Prison Break today. And my friends and I are just like, and then let me just ask her if she wants to go. Joel Mzimbeni crew wants to, let's be going, we've registered. I'm just gonna have to be back by like 8 p.m. so I can sleep, and then 3 a.m. wake up and go home and see my babies and go see my children, go see my family. My family hasn't seen my car, show them the car, good times. So let's go now for a solo date, and then I'll see you guys. I'll talk to you guys when I go view the place. As mentioned earlier, if I like it, if I want to apply for it, then I will show it. If I'm not going to apply for it, then I'll show it, and then I will see you. Then we close this vlog. Well, we'll go to the wine tasting event together. Guys, let's just go have a solo date. Let's go have a solo date and see where this day takes us. You see, I'm always confused. Get here, Uti. Do I go to Bloemfontein or do I go to Roodepoort? I feel like I need to go to Roodepoort. Or is it Bloemfontein? Is it Bloemfontein? I think I had the same problem even last time. Bloemfontein, ne? Yeah, it says I must go to Bloemfontein. Okay, let's go to Bloemfontein. Let's go have a solo date.
Where you been and where you hiding? I know you're lying. Don't you try it, no. You really shouldn't play with fire. Put it out with water, but now you're drowning. There's been a whole lot of trying, whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying or be like you, but I don't wanna be like you. There's been a whole lot of trying, whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying or be like you, but I don't wanna be like you. 'Cause I could do better. I could do better. I could do better than that. And you should know better. You should know better. You should know better than that. You're telling me I should go places. You're telling me that I'm too lazy. You are the one that is going crazy. Yeah. 'Cause you can't even hold your own, but you always know what's wrong with everyone else. How is that? You gonna have to call your friends friends, tell them that you're gonna be late, 'cause I'ma need you to explain. There's been a whole lot of trying, whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying or be like you.
Hey guys, I'm back from the podcast. I mean, I already said the podcast. I'm back from that, from my solo date. It was quick. I didn't realize how hungry I was, but I ate this morning. I'm back now, and then now I'm about to go. I'm gonna work a bit, and I'm about to go view this place. My problem with this place is that I think that it's available now. It's beautiful. It's a 3-bed. It's exactly what I want. Because now I'm looking for a place to settle in. When I got this place, I knew that we're only going to be here for a year. I told myself that probably a year and 6 months. Yes, a year. When I moved in here, I knew that I was going to move out next December, because when Alwande comes this side for varsity, she's going to stay at Res for sure. What am I doing? She's going to stay at Res for sure, but she, by the time Alwande comes this side, I want us to have a house like we had in Remsig, 3-bedroom. Everyone has their own room, just great garden, everything. And this one is perfect. So that's why I told myself, when I move out of here, I'm moving into a 3-bedroom house that resembles what we had. This one's perfect. It's just that it's a bit pricey. Oh, it's available on the 1st of September. Oh, it's perfect then. Okay, let's go view it. Because I was just like, if it's available now, what's the point? Guys, like, there's a jungle gym for the kids, large garden area for the kids, close to shopping center. Okay, blah, 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 blah. But for me, I was just like, 3 bedrooms are upstairs with the main bathroom, shower, tub, and toilets. There's a toilet downstairs. So it's 3.5 bathrooms. Oh, 2.5 bathrooms. Okay. Okay, let's go see it. And once again, guys, if I do like it, I'm not going to show it here. I'm going to show it obviously in an empty apartment tour. But if I don't like it, but I think I have no reason not to like it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I have no reason not to like it, but let's go see it. Let me work a little bit because the viewing is at 2:30. So she confirms. Well, I'll come back and let you guys know. Yeah, let's go view. Hopefully it's what I like, and hopefully let's see what they say about. One thing for me, guys, I don't pay for affluent. The most I'll pay, well, water and electricity, I'm fine with that. But when you have to pay, they don't say, when you have to pay for, she says hi. Yes, okay, let's go view. Thanks. Let's go view.
But I don't wanna be like you. There's been a whole lot of trying, whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying or be like you. But I don't wanna be like you. 'Cause I could do better. I could do better. I could do better than that. And you should know better. You should know better. You should know better than that. I don't need your help. I don't need your help. You should help yourself. So yeah. I don't need your help. I don't need your help. You should help yourself.
You guys, I just came back from viewing the place. You'll see little snippets here and there. I obviously couldn't like show everything because firstly the people are still there, and secondly, where's the lighting? Just gonna have to believe that I'm pretty. Oh, right on. The people are still there. Thirdly, well, firstly the people are still there. Secondly, what's secondly? There's a lot of us viewing, so I couldn't show you the bedrooms and stuff. It's big. The place is big. I'm not gonna lie, it's big. But I don't like it. For me, like, guys, the minute I enter a space, it needs to say welcome home. That one didn't. And then only to find out, so good thing, electricity, water, and refuse. I do not pay for refuse, guys. I will never move into a place where I pay for refuse, because then what does the landlord pay for? What does the landlord pay for? So I'm paying for your levies. I'm paying for... No. I only pay for what I'm responsible for. So I don't pay for levies nowhere I've ever stayed. And I've rented at a lot of places. I've ever had to pay for refuse or effluent or whatever they call it. So now this guy who currently lives there is just like, no, altogether, electricity, water, refuse is 4,000 rand. I was like, Wanyela. Yeah, you're basically paying for the landlord. I was like, oh no, already at the fact that the place is quite priced. And I was just like, already at the fact that this place is quite priced, that's a no. Secondly, what was my secondly? Guys, the weather is Shinja and we're still going out, but luckily the wine tasting thing is indoors. Secondly, what's my secondly? I don't know. I don't like the place. We'll keep looking. I'm gonna start another video, which is my sit down paid for campaign, but then I will see you guys when we go to now my friends and I, we're going to Prison Break for a wine festival. I have to come back quite early because my sister and I are leaving here at 3:30, latest 3:30 tomorrow to Durban, so I have to I'm irritated and I have to do the sit down in this weather. Oh my god, guys. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna shut it down here, but I'll take you guys with to Prison Break, but I'm shutting just me talking, you seeing me blabbing, shutting it down here. I do hope that you enjoyed this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Let's go to Prison Break for a wine festival and I'll see you next time.
She's putting all of her cards down on the table, knowing there's no way that you'll be able to win this one. But she's somebody else in the making. First, she just gotta stop all the faking, and she'll be there. But she's wondering if it's gonna feel like she's forever. Wondering if it's gonna feel like this whenever she leaves her safe space. She leaves her safe space. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that will make her feel better? Make her feel better. Then that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Somebody said, don't be afraid of loving yourself, 'cause that is all you got in the end. You got in the end. But she's wondering if it's gonna feel like she's forever. Wondering if it's gonna feel like this whenever she leaves her safe space. She leaves her safe space. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that will make her feel better? Make her feel better. Then that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Talking to myself 'cause I don't know what I want. Yeah, I'm here talking to myself like someone's gonna respond. I'm getting tired of myself 'cause I don't know what I want. But I'm not out here on my own. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that'll make her feel better? Make her feel better. And that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Yeah, that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Talking to myself 'cause I don't know what I want. Yeah, I'm here talking to myself like someone's gonna respond. I'm getting tired of myself 'cause I don't know what I want. But I'm not out here